What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we have some very interesting news, as it looked like we could be on the verge of heading into a massive heavyweight showdown between former Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC American Heavyweight World Champion, superstar boxer Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. 42 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 41 big wins by way of knockout. He is 36 years of age, 6'7", with an 83-inch arm reach. He could possibly be facing off against former unified heavyweight world champion Mexican superstar boxer Andy Ruiz Jr. Andy Ruiz Jr. is coming off of a big win last night. Andy Ruiz Jr. is now 35 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 22 big wins by way of knockout. He is 32 years of age, 6'2", with a 74-inch arm reach. Okay. With that said, Andy Ruiz beat former foe and close friend of Deontay Wilder in Luis King Kong Ortiz. Okay. He won a unanimous decision last night over Luis King Kong Ortiz in Los Angeles, California at the Crypto Arena, formerly known as the Staples Center. Okay. And with that said, it looks like it could possibly be setting up an April showdown between Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz Jr. should all go well. Okay. Luis Ortiz is now 33 wins, 3 losses, no draw, 28 big wins by way of knockout. Twice in his career, he was knocked out. He is 43 years of age, 6'4", with a 78-inch arm reach. He was knocked out both times by Deontay Wilder, and his third loss came at the hands of Andy Ruiz Jr. Okay, so after the fight, Andy Ruiz called out Deontay Wilder, said that's the fight he wants. Andy Ruiz's dad, he said that that's the fight he wants. He wants to fight Deontay Wilder as well. You know, they called him in the ring and they humbly, shook hands and, let it know that both guys are interested in a future fight. Deontay Wilder obviously has been out the ring for over a year. By the next time he steps in the ring, it would be a year since he was in the ring, since he fought two-time heavyweight world champion British superstar boxer Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Okay, so Deontay Wilder, he will be taking on Robert Helenius. Okay, Robert Helenius is 31 wins, 3 losses, no draw, 20 wins by way of knockout. Twice in his career, he was knocked out. 38 years of age, 6'6", with a 79-inch arm reach. October 15th, Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York. We will be seeing Robert Helenius versus Deontay Wilder. So if all goes well, according to the sources, if all goes well, they are more than willing to make a fight happen between Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz in April. Okay, that's going to be huge. So, with that said, Deontay Wilder's name is also in the hat of undefeated Olympic gold medalist, 2-division world champion, former cruiserweight undisputed world champion, now the unified heavyweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Alexander Usyk, who is now 20 wins, no losses, no draw, 13 wins by way of knockout. He is 35 years of age, 6'3", with a 78-inch arm reach. Alexander Usyk looks to face off against Tyson Fury in a massive undisputed showdown. But it looks like Tyson Fury, according to sources, Tyson Fury, who is the undefeated 2-time heavyweight champion, 32 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 23 wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 6'9", with an 85-inch arm reach. Tyson Fury reportedly could be pricing himself out. There's reports that Tyson Fury asking for $500 million to fight against Alexander Usyk. And obviously, nobody's going to pay Tyson Fury $500 million for an undisputed match with Alexander Usyk, okay? That's unheard of. That's four major sport type of money over a duration of time. Nobody's giving Tyson Fury $500 million for 36 minutes of boxing. So with that said, Alexander Usyk, he made it clear that if he can't secure this fight with Tyson Fury, and he stated that it's not going to happen in December. So it looks like Tyson Fury, he's trying to get Olympic gold medalist, 2-time unified heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer Anthony Joshua in the ring with him. Anthony Joshua is now 24 wins, 3 losses, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout. He is 32 years of age, 6'6", with an 82-inch arm reach. he's coming off of a August 20th loss to Alexander Usyk. Back-to-back losses, second straight loss to Alexander Usyk. And so Tyson Fury stated that he wants to stay active. He wants to get back in the ring in December. Alexander Usyk stated that he's not coming back in December. He simply just don't want to box. He wants to step away from boxing. Says he's been in the gym for the last 6 months. He wants to fight Tyson Fury next year. Tyson Fury wants to fight this year, so he's trying to lure Anthony Joshua into a fight in December or somebody else. But Usyk stated that, if Tyson Fury is not available to fight in the first part of 2023, then his only focus is on Deontay Wilder. So he wants to fight with Deontay Wilder if he can't secure the fight with Tyson Fury. So Deontay Wilder, he obviously responded. He said he's more than willing and welcoming of a fight with Alexander Usyk. They know where to find me. Obviously, Tyson Fury is pricing himself out, looking for $500 million. So obviously, Deontay Wilder would be more than interested in fighting Alexander Usyk, who holds the unified belts, the majority of the belts. He holds the the WBO, WBA, and IBF titles, and the Ring Magazine title. And so obviously Deontay Wilder, that would give him the opportunity to become a world champion again. And that would set up a possible fourth fight with Tyson Fury for Undisputed. So with that said, if that, Tyson Fury fight don't come to fruition, then this is what Deontay Wilder could possibly focus on, Alexander Usyk. But I highly doubt that Tyson Fury and Usyk doesn't take place. I strongly believe that Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk will fight sometime in 2023. Now, Usyk wants to fight early 2023, the first half. But if Tyson Fury fights in December, clearly he won't be ready to fight again to late spring, early summer, okay? And so with that said, we could possibly see Usyk, who stated that he wants to fight Deontay Wilder regardless. That's one of the things on his bucket list to do, is to fight Deontay Wilder. Regardless if he fights Tyson Fury or not, he still wants to fight Deontay Wilder at some point in time in his career, because he stated he just wants to fight the best of this era. So with that said, we could possibly see Deontay Wilder, Alexander Usyk anyway, okay? Slick southpaw, head movement, Olympic pedigree, amateur pedigree, ring IQ, total package. So great fight, but it looks more than likely, more realistic, that we can see Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz in April. Okay, I like this fight. Deontay Wilder is very close to Luis King Kong Ortiz, who suffered his third loss. Luis Ortiz successfully was blocked, to put it nicely, in the sport of boxing. Okay, he successfully was waited out. Okay, and the only two fighters now that gave him an opportunity is Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder, and it's sad. Okay, so they successfully put him on the shelf and rendered him inactive. Boogeyman, southpaw, 6'4", 78-inch arm reach, ring IQ. Look at his performance yesterday at 43 years of age. Can you imagine him at 28 years of age? Very difficult fight. And Anthony Joshua never took the fight. Tyson Fury's on record saying he would never dare to fight Ortiz. And so it just never happened. Dillian White didn't fight him. Many fighters just avoided fighting Luis Ortiz, and it's a shame, that he was blocked. A lot of Cuban school fighters are avoided in the sport of boxing, especially the southpaws. You have the same situation took place with Guillermo Rigondeaux in his career, and for the most part, to a degree, Erislandy Lara, but he got his opportunities. And so with that said, I like Andy Ruiz versus Deontay Wilder, two of the most humbled superstars in the sport of boxing, and it's going to make for a great fight. I just don't think that the left hands and the clean punches he took from Ortiz, he's going to be able to withstand from Deontay Wilder over a duration of a fight. He has an extreme size disadvantage. Now, he was at a size disadvantage with Ortiz, and Ortiz rendered him inactive in the fight. largely in due part to his southpaw stance, but also due to his range and his size. And he's only 6'4" with a 78-inch arm reach, 2 inches taller with a 4-inch arm reach advantage. Deontay Wilder is 6'7", okay? So he is going to tower over Andy Ruiz, 5 inches taller, with an 83-inch arm reach, nearly a 10-inch arm reach advantage over Andy Ruiz Jr., and clearly has the equalizer, big punching power. So looks like April we could see Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz Jr. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LBBC. Shout out to Black Media Roll. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.